It's not usual for a sitcom to come along and question the nature of our existence. The Good Place isn't your usual sitcom. While still retaining its comedic charm as a fun TV series, the show delves deep into philosophical themes underlying life, or rather death, and the nature of existence. Now before I go further, spoiler, I will be discussing the finale of The Good Place, so if you haven't watched this amazing show, please do come back later. Now, onto the rest of the video. In the show, we're introduced to four main characters: indecisive Chidi Anagonye, posh and classy Tahani Al-Jamil, failed DJ from Florida, Jason Mendoza, and of course, our resident Arizona trash bag, Eleanor Shellstrop.
Do you have a second to eat my farts?
You missed.
Pick it up, if you're so horny for the environment.
After figuring out that they were in the bad place all along at the end of season 1, Eleanor and friends, with Dame and Michael on their team, finally reached the good place at the end of season 4, only to find out that heaven really is all sunshine and rainbows. So, hurrah?
Hurrah!
Part 1. Paradise. Okay, so, what would paradise be like? You get whatever you want, go wherever you want to go, you can spend eternity doing whatever you want to do.
It's perfect.
But of course, in a good place where you can get whatever you want, you sort of don't even want anymore. Janet is asked to just conjure anything just because.
Janet, can I get a Coke? No, a water. No, a lamp. No, a cat.
So people just ask you for things with no rhyme or reason? Yes. And then I get them for them. It's great.
No, a Coke.
Huh?
No joy, no thrill. In a world where lack is inconceivable for all eternity, then nothing becomes precious anymore. Hedonic adaptation is the psychological process in which people become accustomed to positive or negative circumstances, meaning that emotional effects fade out over time. For instance, in his famous TED Talk, Harvard psychologist Daniel Gilbert cites a study in which 1. Either you win a lottery, or 2. You lose both legs. After a year, you're just as happy as you were before. We all just kinda adapt. Yes, even in the good place. Even in paradise. No one is truly happy in the good place. We become happiness zombies.
That's it in a nutshell. Because you get here and you realize that anything's possible and you do everything and then you're done. But you still have infinity left. This place kills fun and passion and excitement and love till all you have left are milkshakes.
Always adapting, always needing more to keep us happy again and again and again.
We're all having orgasms literally all the time. I died a virgin, so that's real crazy.
Okay.
Which is why Good Place architects just bailed on Michael, because they can't keep the humans happy all the time. How do you satisfy a species of beings, such as humans, who will never be satisfied? Part 2. Loss, aka what gives life meaning. To quote English writer Gilbert K. Chesterton, the way to love anything is to realize that it may be lost. Things only have meaning because it ends, because of its impermanence. We only value our lives when we realize it's going to end someday.
Every human is a little bit sad all the time because you know you're going to die. But that knowledge is what gives life meaning.
Oh, please, my heart can't take this. So in order to motivate people to meaningfully live their lives, or rather death, the doorway was invented. The Good Place is a reward for people who earn their way there, so they can have whatever they want, live however they want to live in the afterlife. And when you've truly lived through all the experiences you ever wanted, the door is for you to leave the good place forever into oblivion, a death after death. And everyone started cherishing their time here again. Imagine cheering just because you can end your existence. That is why loss, or just even the potential, the chance for loss, is enough to bring us into focus the things that we love and make sure that we don't take them for granted. Okay, before I move on to part 3, it deals with some themes of so if you feel uncomfortable, please skip to the conclusion at this timestamp. Okay, moving on. Part 3, or self-euthanasia, I like to call it. We slowly see each of the characters dealing with the effects of infinity. And at some point, all the characters, including Michael the demon, feels complete.
There's nothing left for me to do. I feel sated and complete. A calm has washed over me. Blah, blah, blah.
They did absolutely everything they ever wanted to do, and that's enough for them. Jason was the fastest to reach this point, being a simple guy with simple wants, and he's very, very, very easily satisfied.
I'm gonna go Tokyo Drift with monkeys. See you in 1,000 years.
He felt this calm feeling after playing the perfect NFL game he could.
I just suddenly had this calm feeling, like the air inside my lungs was the same as the air outside my body.
Tahani completed her list of 10,000 plus items. 10,000. And felt like she was ready to go. And she felt the same completeness.
My last goal was to spend one meaningful day with my parents. Now I've spent thousands of them. I feel complete.
Even though her ending is slightly different from the others, she eventually still moved on from the good place itself and became a good place architect. Well, I think she got the best deal out of everyone. Chidi, oh Chidi. Eleanor saw it from a mile away. But after Chidi felt that same contentment, or
quietude in my soul,
Eleanor tried to get him to stay, but she knew she can't stop someone who wants to leave from leaving.
I proposed a rule. The Cheaties shouldn't be allowed to leave. Because it would make Eleanor sad. And I could do this forever. Zip you around the universe, showing you cool stuff. And I'd still never find the justification for getting you to stay. Because it's a selfish rule. I owe it to you to let you go.
Why I think this part is important is because it brings in the topic of letting someone decide for themselves to cease to exist. It might seem poignant but romantic in The Good Place. But what about in real life? If someone felt that they have fulfilled their life purpose and choose to end their life because they don't want to live anymore, do we owe it to them to let them go? Do we try to stop them, have an intervention? Do we talk about all the good things about living and persuade them to not go? Or do we respect their decision to pull their own plug?
Say goodbye to me now and leave before I wake up.
Now this is what separates a great TV show from a good one. It makes you think about things that challenges the boundaries of morality and humanity. Of course, one glaring difference is that real life and The Good Place are very different, because there's no way to die in The Good Place. So in order to end your own existence, it must be voluntary. But here on Earth, we all will eventually die, whether we want to or not. And thus there is less justification to end your own life earlier than expected. But still, can we? And if our loved ones want to, do we let them? So, where does this leave us? The Good Place is very much an allegory for our life here on Earth. As much as it is portrayed as heaven, we can't escape the fact that for good things to have value and be appreciated, they must be at risk of being lost. They must have an expiration date. The Good Place prompts us to think about how the life we're living now is already the good place, and that we have no reason to not live the life we want to live right now. Given that everything perfect in the world are just good things in the presence of some bad. The life we have now is already heaven on earth. Alright, let's do this. Okay. End screen. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is my first video and I don't know where my channel is gonna go from here, but if you do like it, please give it a thumbs up and I don't know, subscribe and see what comes up next. I enjoy topics on science, art, philosophy, linguistics, and a whole load of other things. So please tell me what you think about this video, and everything helps. Bye!